NERDSoul.
Oh yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, be that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's go. Cause we got anime's crew up in the spot. We're gonna have a good time, y'all. We're gonna have a really good time. And we ain't alone. We ain't by ourselves. No. See, we joined up front with our heavy hitter, someone that we add to the show to make sure we don't even need security. All right. This lady right here has been a ninja for a long time. All right. She got the Kagebushin no Jutsu. She got all that. All right. You best believe that. The best in them streets. I give to you the Kunoichi of the year. All right. 5 years running. I give to you Ninja Sama Cosplay. What's up?
Wow, I didn't even know this was happening today. That being that I was awarded for 2024.
Yo,
I didn't know this was my year again.
You know what I'm saying? You already won. There ain't nobody else out there on your level.
Wow. See, I'd like to thank Jesus and my mama. That's it. It's a short list.
Oh man. So of course it's good to have Ninja in the house. And we also have, all right, top distributor of the Gulf Coast, the #1 distributor in the South. All right. One half of the dynamic duo of That's Right, the Dirty. I give to you, Cooper Blurtish. What's up?
What's up, y'all? Y'all will be able to hear this at www.blerd-ish.com. Back to talk various anime and continue on in the winter season and other stuff. And of course, it's good to have the ninja back.
Yeah. Now, since she's up in the spot, I'm gonna go on and throw it to her real quick because I want to see, Ninja, what you been watching? What you been, peeping out in the streets? What you been getting into? Binging, marathoning, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? What's been on your mind? What's been on your TV set, on the tube? What you been streaming?
So I've been on a anime sabbatical hiatus, so on and so forth. Boycott almost for the past few months. It's just got exhausting, and I just was not getting a good return on my investment. However, I found myself having a little bit more time over the past week or two, and to that I was like, well, what do I start? Which was even more daunting because now there's this weird backlog of like 6 months and I don't know where to start. And I'm like, see, this problem I have is just too much. Just give me back to Toonami, where it's just like, you watch this one show, this is what you got, this is what you get.
This all you gonna get.
This is what you got, this is what you get. So the two that I finally decide to start to digest after just not knowing what to go with, I watched and completed Blue Eye Samurai, and I am I think I'm 2 episodes behind currently on Solo Leveling. Those are the two. I was like, well, let me try to hop into something fairly recent. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, now let me know what you think about Blue Eye Samurai, because you finished that. How do you feel about that? Because I just finished it myself, last week?
Yeah, it's one of those that it's kind of my lane. Like I like into this feudal ancient Japan. I like things that are darker, violent, and just some themes there. It's got, now the animation, of course, is not necessarily what people go for or necessarily what I go for, but I think for the story it kind of works. Like it gets to, like, I kind of imagine myself like if Mappa or whatever, or like if if it had that same look that everything has right now, and I feel like it wouldn't stand out as much. So I actually am not too mad at it. Especially because it still is good. Like it still has some hand-to-hand and stuff going on in there. Definitely. But you know, I mean, this. So I guess I remain neutral on that. Like, I'm like, there's some pros and cons to it, but the story is really good. It's got plot twists that I really genuinely was not expecting and enjoyed. Do love, and not only, I do love that the pro tag is not your standard pro tag. I like that they're like, you know, they're kind of moving in their own way, but then they have a whole bunch of backstories that makes them who they are that you keep continuing to find. I like that the supporting characters have this thing about them that makes them all kind of like, you know, flawed or good in their own way. I also like that there is some humor there too. It's not just dark, like just to be dark. It's not edgy, just be edgy. There's humor, and the humor reminds me of like a slightly more mature Avatar or Korra. Like there's like, it's got like this kind of like quips in there, just kind of like, oh, that's a joke, and you're like, I chuckled at that. So I think it's just got a lot of the things I'm looking for. Oh, and the story does move. Like each episode has its purpose. It's not a filler. It's moving towards something. The first season is short. Like what was it? Like eight episodes? Something like that. It's pretty short. Yeah.
But the episodes were long.
They are long. So that was good. Longer too. But I think the pacing, everything was intentional. And even though I know obviously there's at least a second season, so it's not like a one and done. It's still like, as long as
they announced the second season.
There's going to be a second. I don't see it's. There was some awards this week, the Annie Awards or something, and like I don't see Netflix not.
They better
picking it up. I don't see.
It's too successful of a Netflix show for it not to get a second.
Also, they set it up with a clear. They set it up with a clear idea of like, yeah, you could just watch the first season and be like, okay, that's it. But I think they were fairly confident that they were going to have a second season. I mean, the cast. I mean, there were some name brand actors in the dubbed version, so I don't think like they had Randall Park in there. They had Maya. What's her last name? Erskine.
Erskine. I'm probably screwing it up. I'm sorry.
I actually like Maya's, like her voice acting like was so different from how she acts in live action. Like I mean, I thought she was great. Randall Park just sounds like Randall Park, but he's cool. I like him. He's fine. So everyone, the cast was good. So I don't think they would just do all that and be like, yeah, we were just gonna do this one and done. I just don't quite see that. But I think it was solid. I think it's a good switch up for not the typical formula. It's something different to check out for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree. I love Blue Eye Samurai except for one thing. It hurt me because I really wanted Fowler to take that L, man. I needed him to take that L, but I understand. We got three more people, but I just wanted to drive a sword
there's got to be such a big reason why she didn't just, because part of my mind is like,
I mean, she pretty much learned
the name and could have just killed him anyway, because that's kind of would have been on brand for her. Be like, well, whatever London is, and just kill him anyway. But it's more so like, I don't know. Like, we still don't know who the baby daddy is, and I know they're hinting that it might be these other two dudes. I think it'd be hilarious if they get to the end of it and it was Fowler the whole time. He's like, nah, I know. I was
just trying to buy time, y'all.
I just want to live. I just want to get back to London, try to run away or something. I don't know. Like, I mean, I do like that you don't know where, you know where the story's going, but at the same time, there's already been so many twists and turns and twists. It's like it could still spin itself again. There's like I went down the rabbit hole, not the hamster hole, the rabbit hole, and it's like, well, we don't know for sure that the mama was the Asian parent. Maybe the daddy was the Asian parent. We don't know for sure. They're going by their last names. Maybe it's something like that, because we know that the mom we saw on the show, right, was the maid, which is why we find out that's the fake mom on the job. So it's like there's all kinds of things that could still. Or, you know, maybe one of these dudes back in London is not as bad as both guys is, you know, she thinks. And going to London, I think, is going to help her with her racial identity, too. Because right now, all she knows is the context of, like, white devil. Like, that's all she knows. So I just think that it's just really cool where this story could go. So, I liked it a lot.
A+ for the Blue Eye Samurai for me. Like, I enjoyed it, man. Like, everything... Netflix with Blue Eye Samurai and Pluto, bruh. I'm good on both of them. Both of them is dope. Like I was blown away. But now I haven't watched Solo Leveling yet. How are you feeling about Solo Leveling? Because Ninja, I'm gonna be honest. When I watched the trailer, I wasn't like really sold.
I'm still not sold.
Okay.
I have things I like about it, and then I have things where I'm like, yeah, this still has the shonen flavor of the month feel to it. I just don't know. I don't know if I want to do 4 or 5 seasons of this. The people who've read the manhwa, because it is a webtoon, it's a manhwa, not a manga. I've seen, like, I would say 75% of them are like, yeah, y'all gotta keep in. Like, it's gonna do things that you are not expecting. And then like another 25% is like, yeah, it's gonna do exactly what you're expecting. so I don't know if I'm just gonna just like finish out the season and see if we're, but the animation is solid, it's good. The story is flavor of the month as of now, but there are some things like about the protagonist that I'm kind of like, as I've watched a few episodes where I'm like, okay, he may not be super, like he's kind of generic, but he's got certain things about him that I'm like, okay, where we're going with this. But I also do like that there's fantasy elements, which that part I don't care about. Like the fantasy video game stuff, like I'm so over that. But I do like that it's set within the actual world so that people are aware that like there's like this thing going on, and not everyone, there's normal civilians and then there's these guys that are the hunters, and that, they got their own thing going on. So I do like that it's not just like pure isekai, because that's overdone. I do like this a little. It's more like Persona. Like they go in these gates and dimensions and they do the things with those gates and dimensions that exist in real life. So I don't, we'll see. I'm only 5 episodes in, so maybe Cooper has more.
I haven't started. I know it's supposed to be a break. I know it's a break week. I was gonna jump in, but I've been kind of loving my current rotation so much that it's like it hasn't made me jump in. Like I love what everybody says, and like, if I haven't jumped in something, I don't care about being spoiled, because it's a shonen. Dude get strong. It's just, how does it happen? How does you entertain somebody with it? But I'm always a sucker for, he's just a poor boy. What does he do? Types. Get back to me a million times over. I'm gonna root for the poor dude, not necessarily just the boring, bland guy. Some I couldn't do it, but you give me some sense of danger, some sense of I was really overcome. I mean, look, Rocky did it. I don't know how many times. We got Creed 2. That's kind of some of the. It's a theme that works.
Do you want me to kind of set up the premise so you have an idea?
I kind of got an idea, but you can go ahead. You can go.
Yeah, set up the premise for me, because I'm interested to see, because the trailer didn't do it for me, and I know there's a lot of people that's loving it, but I saw the trailer, I was just like, I don't get it.
Yeah, so you got this guy, you got the main dude. Since we're early in, we're just he's a protag, whatever. I think his name's June, but the protag, and he is kind of like not good. He's like the lowest level hunter ever. Like he barely registers like on the scale. There's like a scale you go and they rank you, and like based off of your internal power, which awakens at some point. It's not like a quirk, but like not, because not everyone has it, but it's not like the majority of people or hunters have it. It's more so like you have it, you don't. People don't really care one way or the other, but people look down on him, like other hunters look down on him because he like barely is a blip. He's just like boop, I got a little doop, just enough to go on the mission.
So he ain't nowhere near level 9,000.
No, he I think he's like
what
10 on the scale.
9,000 you speak of, Mike? Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, so he's just a guy. He shows up in like to the thing with his little beat down dagger and his hoodie and like like he shows up.
He does look beat up and he does look rough. That's why I like.
But he shows up not like happy go lucky, like I'm still gonna do my best. He's just like, man, I need my paycheck. My mom's sick, man.
See, I like that.
In high school. Yeah,
I like that
too. That he's kind of like, and he even says, he's like, I know I'm bad. Like, I know I'm not good. I know I get hurt. I know I need a healer, but like, I'm just trying to collect my money. So I'm gonna come on here, but like, I know I'm a liability. So I'm gonna hang out in the back. And they can't like, yeah, you need to hang out in the back. So, I actually kind of like that. I was like, well, he knows he's trash. And I was like, well, good. At least he knows he's not, out here being like, I'm gonna be the best ever. At least in the first episode.
So he ain't telling everybody he gonna be the president?
Not in the pilot, right?
He ain't gonna be the Hokage.
He literally like, I need to get my paycheck, and I'm like, I got responsibility or whatever. So he's on this low mission, and he's got a squad because video game style, like you got your healers, your mages, your DPS, your tank or whatever. And so they're going on like a run-of-the-mill thing. They go in the dungeon. It's like a little mission. They're like, all right, cool, we got it done. And then after that, they're like, oh wait, when you defeat the mission or whatever, you end it. Like the gate's supposed to go away, and then everything's supposed to be normal, like back to real life. Well, it doesn't close, and so they're like, oh, something's up. Why? Like, this is supposed to be like a D rank mission or whatever. Like, something's happening.
S rank.
They see a big giant arch, like final boss cathedral, cue to boss music.
Dang.
Oh, whatever. They go in, and it like almost immediately goes on to pop, and people start losing limbs and dying.
Dang.
Like people people are screaming and all this stuff. And so without going too much into it, a bunch of people die. Some try to escape, whatever. Like, it's not cute. It's really I like it because it's blood, death, gore, woo. And so and I do like for the fact that everyone's an adult. Like, these are like adults. Like, it's not.
Oh, so these aren't like
these
10-year-olds that got to save the world.
Like the youngest person I think who stated their age that like went on a mission was like 21.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or better yet, they're not like 15-year-olds that look like they're 30.
That makes it easier to see. That makes it easier to see people's limbs get cut off and stuff. So anyway, long story short, that all goes down. Our guy is like the last guy in there because he does kind of be like, y'all go on without me because I'm horrible. I'm bad. I don't really have nothing to live. I'm not good at this. Y'all deserve to live, whatever. So he's going to sacrifice himself. And then, of course, in shonen fashion, big magical screen comes up and says, do you want a second chance? Like basically the continued screen comes up, counts down, and he's like, yeah, I don't want to die. He's already missing like a leg and an arm. He's in there, his heart's about to stop. So he's like, yeah, I want to live. And then boom, the things from there is that now he has an extra interface where he is the only person that can level up like a video game within the actual world, while everybody else is still hunters and stuff, but they're doing it like out there grinding for stones and stuff, and he's getting stuff like bloop, bloop, bloop on the screen. It has an inventory screen and stuff like that.
Wow.
So that's how all that goes. And he has stats and points, so the more push-ups and stuff he does, he can allot to agility or strength or something. But this guy's like, oh, I want it all in strength. So he is just bruting himself out or whatever. And then as he does all that, like, he basically gets hot, like he gets ripped. He gets a haircut, he gets taller. All the ladies are like, hey, what's up? What's up? And so his personality changes a little. Like, he's more like I'm like, he's like, I faced death, I already died, and I have PTSD from what had happened. So now that I'm doing these other missions, they're not phasing me as much because I've already looked death in the face. So that's the part I like, is that it is doing stuff a little bit differently. And I do like that they have PTSD. I like that they're like, no, what happened in that first mission.
So he walked up in there with that fresh Toji body. You know what I'm saying? He had the pecs and the abs and all. I've been doing a couple push-ups. Been in the gym, sweating it out.
Yeah, they were like, he's been working out for days. How he get so ripped? Like, it's like they even show a close-up of his forearms. Apparently, he's that ripped now. They're like, man, his forearms.
We got to ring the training alert for Michael NERDSoul.
Yo, that's right. Oh! I want to see. Look, I want to see that training montage.
Mike about to watch it now.
Yo, he training. Yo, if he in it, I gotta see Rocky and Apollo Creed running in the sand. You know what I'm saying? I want to see my training. I want to see Rocky run up the mountain, a snow mountain all on his own. You know what I'm saying?
I hear Mike's motor revving. He's like,
Yo, all you gotta do is put some rock music to that joint. Look, I'm good.
And it's not even like a training yard. It's really like he runs like 10 kilometers and does like some push-ups and sit-ups, and like that levels him up, but only a little bit.
I wish I could just do that and then I'd be like, I'm ripped now, y'all.
But he gets more ripped if he actually goes on actual missions. Like, of course, so it's like when you level up doing like low-level missions and stuff versus like going to like, so the bigger stuff he does, of course, the more points he gets. But he does get a little something just for hitting the gym once a day. He get a little bit, but only him though. Nobody else does.
That's cold.
And meanwhile, they do have something called Second Awakening, which I like because I don't like it when it's like you're the only person ever to do this. Like they're like, there is such thing as a Second Awakening, but they say he doesn't have it. He still tests in real life. He still tests as only a level 10, like only 10 points or whatever. But his interface is like, 40 something or whatever. So like in whatever plateau he's operating in, he's getting stronger. But in like the systems they all have, he's still registering as like ain't SHIT. Like that's.
It's like when I started eating these sea moss jelly beans.
Oh yeah.
Yo, he got the senzu beans, man. Matter of fact, since he here, let me go in and shout out. We got the dubious one, Mark Dub. What's up?
What is good, y'all? It is Mark Dub. Truly, yours truly, but never truly yours. How y'all doing?
While he eating his overpriced sea moss jelly beans with his other kinds. Shout out to Mikey, yo. That kills me all the time. Overpriced sea moss.
I'm gonna throw it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw it over to Dub real quick. Yo, Mark Dub, what you been watching, man? What you been watching out here?
I also have been checking out Solo Leveling, but I didn't get as far as Mashle Talk. Man, it sounds like it's like I went through that phase, where I started hitting the gym and getting some gains, and like I said, eating the sea moss jelly beans, a little sugar, a little sand, a little sun.
Then you start doing flips in the backyard.
Yo, man, look, that's when you get that level up.
Hey, but I couldn't do flips publicly because I had a lawsuit. But yeah, so those flips were neither here nor there.
Those flips was a long time ago. Anybody who's listening to Mark Dub, that ain't recent.
Right.
Hey, look, I mean that. That ain't no joke. For real, just in case.
Oh no. The only flipping I'm doing is flipping folks off in traffic. But these bad drivers. But yes, I've been watching Ninja Kamui.
Oh yeah, yo. All right, how you feeling about that show, man? We got 2 episodes in. What's up?
Man, it is. You know what? It's cool. It's got a cool little story. Like, vengeance is all that's
the way.
left.
Vengeance is the way. That's the tagline. We don't know
vengeance
nothing else.
Is the way. When vengeance is the way, like vengeance is all that's left.
Let me ask Mark this, since I know this ain't Mike's thing. Did you watch the opener for now that they, usually when they do a new anime, the opener comes on the second episode. How'd you like the opener with the song?
I did dig the opener, and I dug the song, and I was checking out the artist, who made it. Like I can't tell y'all. Of course I can't. But I will go and look, and I will say things next time.
And I will add in that I did not skip the intro music or the outro music.
Yeah.
What?
Man, because look, man, vengeance is the only way. Look, man, I ain't playing no games.
It sets the tone.
You kill my family, you got to go down.
Burn.
And just
I feel like I should end all of my work emails that way. Vengeance is the only way.
If I may jump in, first of all, shout out to them. First of all, the FBI agent. I love how he was like, "Look, what the hell's going on, y'all?" And I know you kind of reviewed it, Mike, on your show where they was talking about how they was covering up. They like, "Look, Mike, don't look into this. Look away. Go retire." Whenever in an action movie they tell you this, to be honest though, it's probably in your best interest for you to look away.
Oh yeah,
to go
man,
retire
look away.
and because you might not make it.
Hey, but Mike looked like he ain't never looked away his entire career. Don't nobody know how Mike done made it this long.
Mike like, look, I ain't make it to be the head inspector, whatever the hell I am, by cutting corners. I'm putting cases on anybody I can put a case on, and I'm solving cases. But he was like, I'd love the little meetup at the restaurant, and him, I guess before that, just talking with his partner. I love that how it's so real, like you feel it. Like we was talking to the Joe Higgin. Now that we know his name, we didn't even know his name in the first episode. I had to look it up. It's like, all right, Joe.
Yep. They was like, don't worry about that. Just know that he in trouble.
If Joe Higgin is even his real name, that might just be a pseudonym or something, just to throw you something. But but
because it seems like the old people or the people from his first life or former life call him Hagan, and then he calls himself Joe Hagan. Or Logan or something like that.
Well, Logan is just his alternative, but Hagan, I think, is they listed in the actual program. Hagan is his last name. Joe, that's just kind of I wonder about that one, but that's here neither there. Because it's like, what would his real first name be? But it's Joe. Let's just go with Joe. I love Joe Mike trying to track him on the cell phones, and he was like, he's smart enough to crack that.
Like,
y'all ain't
bro,
tracking me.
Playing it.
Man, he like. And shout out to Hagan for beating up crooked cops. He just minding his business. He wasn't even trying to do nothing. Like that scene wasn't even necessary, but it totally was necessary. It was just like, he on the run. He's just on the run.
Hey, bro,
it does.
That scene, that was a feel good scene, bro.
It was.
They wanted to touch the warm places on my insides.
Look, man, the cop came in slapping the girl on the butt on the pool table. He taking bribery money.
Mm-hmm.
Then he like, look, boy.
All kinds of corruption.
Are they in Louisiana?
Well, Texas, definitely like Texas or something, or somewhere where it was a little more.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
I don't know. But he like, boy, did you steal that motorcycle? Man, look, man, I'm giving. Without saying it, he like, I'm giving y'all to the count of 3 to go live. And leave me alone.
I'm trying to let you live.
Like, I got stuff to do. So I think that's just to show that Hagan has some kind of sense of code. I like it. He got character. He's not just a murderer to be murdering. But if you in his way, especially right now while he on the vengeance trail, you gonna get it. I love the punch where he slapped old boy in the neck real quick, dust him off. But the wind punch and
he didn't even touch. It was just the wind.
Or his chakra, or his chakra just, my spirit is so strong you cannot handle me. You are going flying into the wind, into the wall. Now I do wish the bartender, I know this is just me, pull your gun out and like take the money and kick them out, bro. But that's neither here nor there. I love that's like a little throwback to action movies where you feel like your character is on the run and he does something good, and it's just like, all right, that's just to kind of set him up. He get on his motorcycle, he got to go to the meet. But man, that fight was dope.
I don't even know we could call it a fight, or you talking about the restaurant?
Yeah, I'm talking about the restaurant.
Oh, okay. I was about because them officers just got waxed.
Mike, you see how fast I move on for those peons? That was just to talk about his character. They did not have
made an indentation in the wall.
We ain't talking about them scrubs. Them scrubs are there to show you what they ate.
Oh, you want to talk about Uber Eats?
Bro, that was hilarious. Oh boy, was like my lunch rush, and then the joke, bro, just the way they set those jokes up is like, oh, excuse me, and then Mike got the gun. Mike jumpy with that gun, but I get it. He a
little jumpy. I was like, bro, like he just sat down, like.
But at the same time, though, Mike, he did see a slaughter. Like he didn't see the slaughter, but he saw the body. Think about this.
He's technically a victim because he was killed and his family was killed.
But
he killed those people in self-defense. So this dude isn't like he's not like a villain.
He don't know that. He doing the case. If you run that case and you see 20 bodies, and even though they killed his family, you see what he can do. He can do that to you. I'm pulling out. I might pull out a little bit slower. I ain't gonna be jumpy like Mike. I'm like, bro, you need to calm down.
He pulled that gun out fast.
He was like, but I can't get mad at him for pulling it out because it's like, yeah, this dude is a murderer. I mean, but good, bad, and different. I mean, I'm gonna just leave good and bad out of this. This is a tale of vengeance. It is something good that he needs to do, But we don't know all of He-Gun's past. That's all I'm gonna say. We don't know what that clan was doing.
He was in the, for lack of a better term, League of Assassins or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just gonna say that Mike is putting it all together, and we're kind of going along. I guess he's the avatar, like, for the audience to, like, if you're not a ninja, you kind of understand how Mike feels a little bit. And I guess they're gonna have those switching point of views. But man, the Uber Eats dude, you just knew when that third dude popped up. He ain't say nothing. Up, it's time to fight. It's time. They found him.
The way they're revealing the whole, I guess you could say, like, ninja arts or the ninja sorcery or whatever it is. I like it. I like that they're not spelling everything out. They're letting you just, like, figure it out on the way. Cause homie, I was like, hold up, he has 4 arms? Hold on, it's 2 of them? How is this?
This is what I like.
Then Joe hit you with the Kagebushin on that joint. I was like, oh, he was like, boy, I got skills too.
Like that they not telling you nothing. And they don't have to call it out, which I'm fine for, like, because this isn't technically a shonen. I still go by the age. This is more this is a seinen. This is an older, this is aimed at an older audience, blah, blah, blah. So they don't have to do all this. I'm calling out my superpower. They're super, they're supernatural beings. They're ninjas. They're high class level ninjas. Just go with it. Like, they go pull some stuff out their butt that's gonna be crazy. Like 4 arms in the back. It's
gonna be some slight supernatural kind of stuff going on, but don't ask no questions. Just just watch it.
Trying to have kaiju battles. They trying to kill you in a small room and leave you out there with your head cut off quickly.
Oh, speaking of a small room, when the guy left talking about the dinner rush, remember he said anything that happened in here you got to pay for it, and he going to pay for that whole restaurant because that whole restaurant gone.
If I'm Mike, speaking of corruption, I'm pull out my gun. Here's my credit card. Either get out my face or charge it to the FBI. In fact, I'm not even on this case, partner. So peace.
Man, like the Department of Justice going to have to pay for that or something. Look, they had a rocket, and I was like, yeah, they tore that restaurant up. Imagine leaving your restaurant for just 30 minutes, all right? And when you come back, it's, fire department and police and stuff all over the place.
You know what I'm liking about it? It feels kind of like the live action movies of kind of the late 90s, 2000s, where a scene like that happens. It's played for comedy. Like, hey, don't tear up my stuff. Whole restaurant just decimated. It's just going. So,
and then of course the last thing to fall when the owner gets back is like the sign.
Yeah.
Detective Mike is giving me all kinds of Danik Glover. I'm getting too old for this.
Yo, you right? Because he said he's about to retire.
He need to quit.
Like, Emma's the young one. He's about to retire.
Hey, bro, he almost got chopped up too while he getting in the way, man. I'm sorry, bro. He's like, either pull that gun out and use it or get out the way, bro.
I mean, he did take a couple of shots at Uber Eats, man. So, like, he tried.
Yeah.
But then he almost got sliced up too. So
I feel like Mike may not make it at the end of this series. I think if he make it, he gonna lose an eye, a hand, or something.
Nah, he gonna be all right. This anime is doing black people right. You had a brother in the subway. He ain't look corny.
That don't mean he gonna look bad.
He gonna be all right. He gonna make it.
I think they gonna give him the importance of taking the honor of getting cut up if he get in the way.
He might be in a wheelchair at the end, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've been in a hospital. In a hospital, he got to get healed up, but he gonna make it. I think he gonna make it.
Mike gonna make it. I hope you make it like the 90s movie. Like, you fell off a building. It's a scratch.
All right. So what else you watching? What else you watching in the streets? Oh, Dub gone? Dub here? All right. Well, if Dub ain't here, yo, Coop. What you watching, man?
Dub just unmuted. You finished, Mark? You got anything
Dub
else?
is back. Dub is back.
Oh, Dub is back. What else you watching?
Like I said, I'm still watching that Undead Unluck.
Ooh.
And,
I like this episode, but I'll let you go and, you know what I'm saying, speak your piece.
Oh no, I'll I'll graciously allow you to lead in since you like this one.
I'm guessing ain't nobody feeling this kind of filler type episode.
Oh, no. It's not really a filler, but I love it.
It's filler-ish, but you learn things.
It's kind of like, I guess, I would say filler side story diversion that still moves the story. I love the meta look inside the anime industry, and I love how they did it with Fuko, and because they basically laughing at themselves, like they in on the joke, and I love it.
We got a behind the scenes look at Mappa Studio.
Oh my god,
bruh!
Look, Fuko said, "I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm just joking. I know it don't take a week to do this." She like, please don't. And shoot, that's just the manga. That wasn't even the anime. That's just the manga. And the lady was like,
I like the Star Wars opening.
Oh,
come on, man. Come on. They got me with that.
They were in on it this episode of like, we gonna just be like, we get it. It was heavy. We gonna be kind of stupid this episode. And we gonna roll with it. But I love the shots at Andy where she was like, yeah, Andy, you can't come into the building right now. And he was like, it's so cold.
Andy got butt naked twice. All right. And then the arms cut off his little loincloth 2 times.
Oh,
so
man.
they brought that joke back.
Had to bring that back.
Yo, man, let him be naked, man. If he naked, let him be free.
That gets naked more than Kenzo.
Bruh. You know what?
They run
he
it
might
hard.
actually get naked more than Kenzo. You might be right on that.
I mean, and that is Kenzo. Like, that's Kenzo's superpower. Wait,
I mean, they only had 9 episodes.
Get naked
hold up, Kenzo or Kencho? I can't remember.
Kencho, my bad.
But man, and he just he mad confident though. When your body on point, you can be mad confident. It was like 10 people in the room. He was butt naked, like, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm good with mine.
Confident or deranged? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
but
he is crazy too.
He's just like, take a look, enjoy it. I bet it was funny.
He's definitely like twisted like a bottle cap. He is one of the most twisted protags in anime.
Because I love how he popped up on Girl, like after they, was looking for the manuscripts. And I do love that Juiz trying to figure out. It's just wild that, just nothing of this makes sense. But I do love that the manga she started out reading might have been, the Agana Hearthness of it all. It's something like it's some weird future-proof thing. And it's like, oh, it's in Japanese. Like, oh, who wrote this? Who is this person? Is it another Negator? Is it a Uma? Who knows? What is this book? Is this book or artifact? It can tell the future and it can look at the past, and it doesn't change per se.
Because once they showed Anna Un, once they showed Ano Un, once they showed her, I was like,
she up to it. When they show that mouth,
she's somebody special. Don't nobody be standing in a room like that all by themselves and they ain't special.
When they zoom in on the mouth and they just talking and they don't show their eyes, she evil. But I mean, or she gonna do something. She almost kind of looked like the one who died, but I know they all kind of look similar. But I was like, is that her? I was like, nah, that ain't her. But
good say, buddy.
Hey. But we got betrayal. now we got possible prophets. Maybe that's their unpower. Like, I don't know, unprofit. I don't know, whatever. Whatever it is, I would be interested in seeing Unluck, especially since she talked about developing her powers or making her power stronger or whatever. I would be interested in seeing if her power can be used beyond just touch. Roll with me for a second. Say if she was able to, take a strand of her hair and put it on like a little ball or something and throw it at somebody. If it hit them, would that still give them Unluck powers? Would that mess them up?
Or
in theory,
wrap a strand of her hair around a crossbow dart. Shoot somebody with it. That would be
in theory,
that'd be terrible.
Of her DNA or biology hit somebody, they're doomed to die. So yeah, I guess you can weaponize it with anything. Because remember when Andy just touched the hair, I mean, his head popped off or something. So, yeah, technically she could weaponize her hair or weaponize.
Yeah, because you
anything.
could. I mean, in a show this crazy, what you could do is have her work up like a crazy sweat, and then she could have like a water gun and just shoot people with a sweat, and then they get unlucky.
We going into My Hero Academia. We already got one character does the sweat and blow up stuff, so
it'll be all right.
Animes
be copying each other anyway, so
I'm good on that part.
all I'm saying is there's other ways. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways that we could play around with and see like what could we do to like extend this.
Maybe she could master her power and generate an unluck field.
You know what? That could
and just be like Domino. Just have extraordinarily good luck and everybody else around her have terrible luck.
Honestly, and then could she concentrate in a way where she could also give people good luck?
Or how about this? Keep her powers the way it worked and let her learn to use an artifact like she has. Use the gun and other artifacts. Because I just feel like, I don't want to change Fuko so much that she's not Fuko right at the moment. I mean, I don't know where she's going to go. That's just me, my opinion. But I would like her to stay similar. But I understand if growing it. But I do kind of like the unluck field. I still like the fact that if you use her as a rogue type, where she's kind of like a trap. I don't necessarily want her to be like this a walking bomb per se. I mean, she kind of is a walking bomb, but she does have that artifact. She does have this whatever that artifact was that freak out, but it's technically hers. Maybe the gun will channel it for her or something. Because I mean, the gun is going to matter, and I think that becomes a part of her design set. So.
Nice. Okay. All right. I can see something like that. It's just that when she brought up, developing her powers or extending her powers, where I was like, I wonder what else you could do. Like, does she have to touch them with her hands, or could it be something like, could she, throw something at them that just has her, I don't know, her hair or like her skin cells or something on it? Like, could she do it that way?
Something biological, far as we know. I mean, but I don't really want her to like spitting and sweating on people. But
maybe her powers could be look based, like everybody else's dang powers. Unluck powers are.
Oh Lord!
If you're in their line of vision, they can unjustice you.
No, no more injustice. No more unfair. No more stop vision.
Unfair and injustice is the most. That's the most. Like, your writers be like, "Yo, we need these characters to do what we want to do."
I don't need no
unrealistic.
Just two of those broke my mind and me and Mark's mind and the show. The show had to stop to explain it.
Yeah,
we get it.
I was like, Unluck. They're not unreaching with this one.
Like Unluck, you just cannot touch her. You cannot do this, kind of like, whatever. So cool. Andy just can't die. Simple. Everybody else is just nuts. I kind of get Tatiana untouched, but she got an untouched field. So it's like, oh Lord, where we going? It's just, I don't need no more stuff like that for our heroes. I still don't know what the big samurai dude do. They didn't really show him doing nothing.
Yeah, what is his pop? Man, who knows?
His unlucky is uninteresting.
Anyway, what else we got in them streets? I'll throw it to Coop. Coop, what you watching in these streets?
So since we did Undead Unluck, I'm gonna start with Mashle. I know y'all don't care, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Shout out to Rachel. I wish Rachel's here. But Mashle has been getting good. Like, it's still the part that I've read for the most part. It's moving. It does the shonen thing, but I love the humor of it. It's progressing now. It does not take long with Mashle to kind of get moving. I know it has a typical shonen thing. It's like One Punch Man, but now we're getting to the big fight of what's going to happen in the season. I think we only have like a couple of more episodes anyway. Mashle's just going to be like probably like 13 episodes. It's not like it's going to be a short season each time so far. So I can't wait to see this fight. He's basically about to fight. It's about to be a one-on-one in an arena setting. they actually started the fight. They didn't even like cliffhang. They started some of the fight. You know, they took some swings at each other. They was like, oh, you strong. Mashle done already took off the robe. He in his Under Armour gear. So he's really about to fight.
Uh-oh.
So he did a whole, what's that move Rock Lee do where he spin people on the ground? He did that. He put that move on him. And then I love, like, he'll call, it's so funny. He'll be like, spine magic, such and such. It's goofy. And he drove him to the ground. But the sound guy, he's one of those weird characters that's strong as one of the divine visionaries, but he chose not to do it because he wasn't interested. He's one of those characters. And they both, and the show knows to make fun of itself. Like, the stronger people get, there's like, oh, so the stronger the magic, the more insane and weird people are going to get. It's like, okay, let's continue. So I really am liking what Mashle is doing. That's pretty much the crux of it. It's a simple show for the most part. Like, it's getting more dangerous with each turn, but it does keep its humor intact. Next thing I did watch, of course, Ninja Kamui. We discussed that. Love it. Always. Shoot, I just watched Undead Unluck. Oh, Delicious in Dungeon. Oh man, I watched the last 2 episodes.
Oh
yeah. Show gets better and better for me, man. Like episode 7. I love the fantasy setting. Like, I'm not even a big Lord of the Rings guy, but it's like this is enough of that in a contained setting. Each floor or each room has its own thing, and it gets different each time. Of course, I think I sent y'all the group chat about the knight having eaten his own parasite. It was like a room that was a magic lake, and you know, the dwarf, for some reason, they're gonna go more into their backstories as they go on. For some reason, he does not like magic, even though he hunts in this dungeon and kind of take care of it. He's a big, I guess, ecologist, however you say it. He's big into the ecology of the dungeon. I like that they talk about it, because it's like, you know, you don't want to overfarm something, but you got to keep yourself alive. So it's kind of like, hey man, I don't want to get killed by these monsters, but I respect that they exist, but we got to keep progressing. So it's like some touches of that they're not mindlessly aping through this. And of course, trigger animation, I just love it. But you know, even the wise dwarf who did not want to listen, and he's like, oh, I don't want to do this. He had to learn to humble himself to use magic to survive. Because the knight, even though he loved eating monsters, the knight told him, said, like, oh, you come to this level a lot. We always pass it by using like the magic that she graced our feet to walk on water. He's like, I never really crossed it. I just do this. But he's like, I got a friend here, like, and it was like a seahorse piece. The knight told him, he's like, he don't mess with monsters at all. If he ain't eating them, he killing them. Point blank period. He said, do not trust monsters, yada yada. And it was like this beautiful, like, unicorn sea thing, and its goal is to take you under the water. And the dwarf tried it, and it still tried to kill him, so it just kind of shook him up. So he's like, you see what they're starting to like as they go through. This dungeon is getting way more dangerous, and they're just learning more. And it was still it was just a touching episode. Magic didn't work on him because he didn't wash his beard. As you know, dwarves have those long grody beards or whatever, but he just don't wash up per se. He's like just a wild man running around there. So the elf, she like, let me clean your beard. Magic is not gonna kill you, so I don't know why you ain't into it.
But he likes that dusty beard, man.
So he gave in and actually listened to the elf, and I love what he said to her. He's like, you know what? I hate magic, but I understand. Like, and they showed him, like, you know, not they ain't training, but they showed how she made the soap from the fat of the monster they had to kill, and then she cleaned them up, and he gave in. He was like, you know what, I may not like to wash my beard and said, but I'm not gonna disrespect your hard work for what you did, what you mean to this mission.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
It was like, I love it. Like Senji is like, you know, team player. This is all about being on a team. Like, nobody is bigger than the team, because you got to get through this dungeon and you got to progress. So he was able to humble himself to progress the goal, to cross the lake, because you need like you need magic to do it. Now I get what he's saying. He's like, y'all youngsters take the shortcut. Y'all don't always want to use magic. You gotta learn how to do this. And yes, you can learn from your old heads that can teach you how to live off the land, but sometimes you need to use the new ways of the tech, and it ain't gonna hurt you. And that's the lesson he had to learn. And then, of course, the knight need to learn to not eat parasitic things and almost kill himself. But then the episode after that, we had a flashback with the elf who, when he met his sister that they're going to save in magic school, and you really see she is kind of a genius, but his sister was kind of a genius too, but she learned by being more practical, hands-on, and actually going into the dungeon and not being, say, like the elf, she's more textbook genius, where his sister is more living by experience and just kind of like a hippie with it, but she's pretty damn good at it. And they taught each other and they learned to respect each other. And she would write letters to him about her, saying, I met a cool elf and she's so smart, whatever. It was just, and she would talk about the brother to her. So you see this flashback of the brother thinking fondly of his sister while he's going to rescue her, and it's getting more touching. It's not still too serious, but they almost are getting more killed each room they go in. Like, it's getting rough. Like, they having like water spirits popping out of the water. There's just like a ball of energy trying to stab them to death. You got mermaids trying to drown you. You got mermen trying to stab you. You got they fought a kraken in episode 7, and then they had to realize how that hall played into the ecology of the dungeon, and they had to rethink some things. So they're learning to respect their enemies, but they still are progressing. So it's like, I guess if you like living off the land or something, and you know what that means, or that you should not, like, say, you know, kill all the deer for fun. You kill the deer because you need to do it, you know, not because you want to put all the deer racks on your head, you know, on your wall.
For that back strap.
Yeah, for that foolishness. So yeah, Shinji would absolutely hate some of these new hunters today, and probably would beat the hell out of them. He's like, look.
Oh no, the back strap is the real good part, the real tasty part.
I mean, look, man, look. Since you know how to chop up anything in there, especially if it's a seafood monster, he got it. Like, I'm telling you, seafood, he might be close to a Cajun, but delicious in dungeon, man. I love it each episode more and more. It's touching like that sweet spot of Spy Family, but more danger each episode. It's kind of getting in that realm for me that, okay, like, y'all got me. Like, I'm never going to leave this until y'all finish, you know, period. So that's what I've been watching. Haven't did my slice of life this week. Got kind of, you know, wanted to catch up on the shonen, and I was rewarded with that crazy manga laugh fest of Undead Unluck. But I will catch up on Mr. Villain and stuff soon. And still watching bottom tier character Tozumaki. That's still been pretty interesting.
All right. That's what's up. Then in this case, that's a good stopping point. I'm gonna go in and throw it over to the awesomely talented Ninja, Ninja Sama Cosplay. If you would, please hit us with your final thoughts, how you feeling, and where people can find you. You know what I'm saying? Where they can check you out, get all your, you know what I'm saying, get all your information, follow you, like, comment, subscribe, you know, support your mission and being the Kunoichi of the year. If you could please drop some knowledge on them right about now. You know what I'm saying? Just drop some gems.
I would just say that whenever you feel like you're down and out and you're suffering from anime withdrawals and or fatigue, that you too are entitled for compensation. And that compensation might come in the form of a random Netflix show. It might come in the form of a rewatch from an old school anime from the past, or it might come into the form of a recommendation or just sitting with your buddies and talking about the things that you like in animation. But that being said, it will come back around again. I am.
Wow. Okay.
Happy day when it does.
A rare moment of emotion and heart from the heartless.
Wow.
I am Ninja. I'm talking about myself. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. She's Debbie Morrow, the heartless ninja.
You're not heartless.
That's what you think.
Wow.
There's an ice box where my heart used to be.
Oh no!
Ice box.
Touch.
Hey, I'm gonna start pop locking.
It's so cold. It's so cold. It's so cold.
It's so cold. It's so cold.
It's so cold.
I'm gonna pop lock to that, and then I'm gonna pop lock to touch, and then I'm gonna pass out.
You gotta pass it along.
If you do touch anywhere near me, I'm walking off, and I'm like, I don't know this man.
That's not how it works.
I'm gonna be over there beatboxing.
Well, that is a classic. That's the Neptune's production. Touch.
Yep. You know what I'm saying?
I can listen to the touch without watching Omarion.
Omarion is the
best part of the video. He is pop locking He's pop locking for life.
He wore all his
pop locking with your braids being that tight. That is a true talent.
He pop locked himself so hard. You look at him now. He can't even move.
That man braids was so tight. He ain't closed his eyes in 2 years.
He tries to dance. His knees. It's like his knees are gold, bro. Like watch that video. Look, go look up Omarion lately.
Hey, look,
his knees are shot.
Man, I ain't gonna do Omarion like that, man.
Mario did it to himself.
Preserve the history. Just go watch the original video. It's fine.
Look. Y'all take it from an ancient.
Oh wow.
Glucosamine. It saves your knees. New Year's Eve, I was dancing in the cold. I wasn't moving as well as I thought I was. There was video. It's not great.
It's just not great.
I felt like I was moving though, partly for survival.
Anyway, Ninja, where can they find you?
I am Ninja Sama Cosplay at the Ninja Cosplay on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever fine books are sold. I am still sticking to this one new cosplay a month thing. Next week, I am going to do a Viltrumite cosplay, so that'll be out.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna throw it on over to Dub. Final thoughts? Where can they find you?
Man, look, I really like. I'm feeling. I guess I'm in my Mike era. I'm not. Ain't nothing soft. I'm liking the blood and the gore and the death and destruction of Ninja Kamui. Mm-hmm. We're already 2 episodes in, and people look like human coleslaw. I love it.
Oh, the boy slaw.
And also solo leveling is cool. But I do need to watch a little bit more. I need to at least catch up to where Sherry is. And what else was I watching? Yeah, that was good too. Y'all, I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44. 44 is for greatness. And on X and Twitter. And I'm Mark Wallace in the streets.
Boy, oh boy. Anyway, Coop, where you be at? You know what I'm saying? Where can they find you? Well, give them some final thoughts. Give them some words of wisdom.
Final thoughts, man. Again, I'm really loving this rotation. You know, no anime is like super blowing the socks off. Maybe I've just been watching a lot, but I'm not close to fatigue yet for myself. But I am glad to have the ninja back. I'm glad she tried. She put it at work because that's what she do. She has convinced me to probably start solo leveling. So I will maybe add it to my lunchtime rotation. Like I got 2 different rotations through the week. So I might just make time for that, you know, on a Monday or Tuesday and do the weekend and then catch up on it. Since Undead, I think only have about 4 more episodes. I have finished Moon Girl. Excellent. I said it last time. Excellent. Moon Girl is excellent. Me and Mark, we talked about a lot of anime-ish trailers. Go listen to what we talked about. X-Men. Of course, you got Invincible coming up in a couple of weeks. So we will be discussing that probably through here or through wherever. So you got Invincible coming. Me and Mark may go see the new, in quotations, Demon Slayer movie, The Road to the Hashira Training. Look, I know y'all. We know it's not an actual movie. It's gonna be what you saw last time. There's only one true movie, and that was the Mugen Train movie. But I miss Demon Slayer. I might go see that one for that one episode. Just go with the homie, hopefully don't overpay too much, and then go see that one episode and the other stuff, and listen to all the wonderful animation, sound and animation in my face. Even though I just seen it already. Yes, I know I am a fool, but I love Demon Slayer that much. And just to see some other, and it's just good in Baton Rouge to see other Demon Slayer fans out in the wild. You can always find Star Wars fans. You can always find, all these other things. But, shout out to the Demon Slayer fans. Come with your nice robes and all that. I will have one eventually.
Man, start keeping up with all the people that come out to the MicroCon.
You can throw a rock and hit a weed these days.
I ain't saying weed. No.
Keep up with all the people that come by this shop.
Fan these days.
I said
it's not an obscure underrated anime. It's mainstream.
It's mainstream. I'm just saying in the movies.
They be cringy in the theater for me. Nah,
but I was about to say,
I'll go, but
I agree with Sherry. Like, you talk about keep up with them. Nah, I'm not about to keep up with some of them.
I've seen people get into actual arguments in the middle of anime movies. Yes. What was it? Dragon Ball Resurrection.
What city was this in? What city?
Baton Rouge.
I mean, to be fair, Dragon Ball and Baton Rouge, that's like add Taka and gasoline together. Come on.
Anime fans don't know when to turn off their mouths sometimes,
I mean, look, y'all, maybe y'all don't need to watch Dragon Ball in Baton Rouge at the wrong crowd. You might meet the wrong people at the wrong time. But,
the same people that go to the Dragon Ball movies are the same people that go to the Demon Slayer movies.
Yeah, same folks.
Well, look, I don't deal with them any which way. I just deal with the one homie I came with, and then I get out of there. I ain't got time for no I ain't got time for no extraordinary weed garbage. I'm trying to keep it PG on Mike's thing. Or just share podcasts. All I'm gonna say is I go there to watch the movie, I enjoy it in my head, and then I go home to a normal life, y'all. Don't get caught up in these streets of these weed battles. Don't lose your damn mind over some nonsense. But anyway,
but can he beat Goku?
I'd be like, can you get out of my face before you get beat? But anyway, find me at blurred.ish because that just went sideways. Oh my god. LIG. Find me on Threads, Keith Cooper on Facebook, The Blurtish Podcast, of course, the Blurtish business page, and of course at www.blerd-ish.com. I will be at the Livingston Parish Comic Con this Saturday, February the 24th, 10 to 3. If you hear this before then, it's free to enter. Come in, stop, say hello. Hope you get a book.
This what's up. Let's see, my final thoughts is Blue Eye Samurai, amazing. Solo Leveling, might give it a try if he up there doing the push-ups, the squats, the sit-ups, doing them dips. Might give it a shot.
We need an anime just of training for Mike, just of working out.
Yo, man, I like to see people struggle. You know what I'm saying? Struggle and come up. That's why Guts is like a crazy protagonist for me. Cause like, see, I got on, on Guts super late. I got on Berserk super late. It was, matter of fact, shout out to Netflix for having it. I saw it. I was like, oh, it looked like an anime. It looked pretty cool. Dude holding a sword. All right. And then it don't really take much. Like, yo, it's a dude holding a sword. All right, let's see what happens.
Hey, man, didn't watch Berserk and Gluttony then, man.
Yo, the betrayal got me, man. I was like, yo, what I was like, yo, man, I need revenge. I need justice, man. Like, and then this dude, he from the gutter. You know what I'm saying? He from the bottom. Ain't nobody help him. Ain't nobody, he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth, Miss Hawkins. All right?
Oh my Lord.
No one in Harlem owns a poppy field. But anyway, my words of wisdom is never trust. I'll say this. Words of wisdom is remember it's a dog eat dog world, not a doggy dog world. And with that said, shout out to supporters of the show.
What?
Supporters of the show, Lynn Vidal, Enrique Carrion, Deep House Nation, all the folks, whether you give a 1 penny or all the pennies, shouts out to y'all. Anyone who's sharing, liking, subscribing, much love. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time that you have to battle someone who delivers Uber Eats for just a bit of respect over your meal, this is us to you saying peace.
Can't be jumpy with the gun.